Thank you for calling the Versant testing system. Please enter your test identification number on the telephone keypad.
Now, please say your name. Now, please say the city and country you are calling from. Now, please follow the instructions for parts A through C. Part A. Repeat. Please repeat each sentence that you hear. For example, a voice says,
"Leave town on the next train."
and you say,
"Leave town on the next train."
It's freezing out there.
It's freezing out there.
Do you prefer a seat by the window?
Do you prefer a seat by the window?
Would you please make 6 copies before you leave?
Would you please make 6 copies before you leave?
They live at home with their...
They live at their home.
In general, most of the report is well written.
In general, most of the reports are well written.
I'd rather not discuss this problem right now.
I would rather not discuss this problem right now.
No meals are served on Sundays and holidays.
No meals are served on Sundays and Saturdays.
I can't interfere as it is not my business.
I can't interfere as it is not my business.
Credit card fees may rise again soon.
Credit card fees may rise again soon.
if you haven't signed up yet, do so before you leave.
If you haven't signed up yet, do sign before you leave.
Only a few clues were needed to solve the crime.
Only few clues were needed to solve the crime.
It's common to feel a bit nervous before speaking to a group.
It's common to feel a little nervous before talking to your group.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I can't think of it at the top of my head.
Can you imagine what life will be like in the next century?
Can you imagine what will be the life in the next century?
Please refer to page 120 for additional help.
Please refer page number 120 for additional help.
If no lamp is handy, we'll have to use a candle.
Several customers have already filed complaints about the service at the restaurant.
Several customers have already filed a complaint about the restaurant.
Imagine those who would never come if forced to wait a year.
Imagine those days would never come.
Part B. Questions. Now, please just give a simple answer to the questions. For example, a voice says,
Would you get water from a bottle or a newspaper?
and you say,
A bottle or from a bottle.
the meeting is scheduled for 4 p.m. Will the meeting start or end at this time?
Start.
Do people go in or go out when they want to leave?
Out.
If a child is thirsty, would you give him a drink or a bath?
A drink.
He bought his radio and television in a package deal. Did he purchase them together or separately?
Together.
In a room, would a person use a towel or a carpet to cover the floor?
Carpet.
Do people usually leave through windows or through doors?
Through doors.
Should Jay throw out his overdue library books or return them?
Return them.
To travel to another country, do you need a visa or a diploma?
A visa.
Do coins normally float or sink when dropped in water?
Yes, they sink.
How many years are there in a decade?
10 years.
Do you put your shirt or your coat on first?
Shirt.
Would Dave's roof leak more on a sunny day or on a rainy day?
On a rainy day.
Where do you put milk to keep it cold?
In refrigerator.
What part of the body is the thumb attached to?
Hand.
Cheese is made from which dairy product?
Milk.
On a dry sunny day, would you wear a cap or a raincoat?
A cap.
Part C. Sentence builds. Now, please rearrange the word groups into a sentence. For example, a voice says,
Was reading my mother her favorite magazine.
and you say,
My mother was reading her favorite magazine.
Can't stay. There. She. Worried. About his father. Raj.
Got it. Raj about it.
Advised her to go to bed. The doctor.
Doctor admired her to go to bed.
Had been working. Your team. The hardest.
Your team had been working the hardest.
Was asleep. By then. Nearly everybody.
Nearly everybody was asleep by then.
has been delivered. He doesn't know. If the letter.
He doesn't know if the package has been delivered.
Into this country, 3 teenagers brought the rare paintings.
3 teenagers brought this into the country.
All of the classes, or unavailable, were either too expensive.
All classes are available, rather too expensive.
Thank you for